Imagine a place where kings ruled, queens prayed, prisoners cried for mercy, and some of history's darkest secrets were hidden forever. For nearly 1,000 years, the Tower of London has stood as a symbol of power, fear, and mystery.
Millions visit this famous landmark every year, but very few know the terrifying stories hidden inside its walls.
These corridors witnessed betrayal, imprisonment, torture, and disappearances that historians still cannot fully explain. Some people believe the tower is haunted by the souls of those who never escaped its cruel fate. Others believe that history itself is frightening enough, even without ghosts.
Generations have passed, yet the mysteries of this fortress continue to fascinate the entire world.
Behind every stone lies a story, and behind every story, another unanswered question.
To uncover the truth, we must travel back almost 1,000 years, to the year 1078.
After conquering England, William the Conqueror ordered the construction of a fortress unlike anything the kingdom had ever seen.
Its purpose was simple: protect the crown and intimidate anyone who dared to rebel.
The tower quickly became the ultimate symbol of royal authority. But this fortress soon became much more than a royal residence. It became a prison for nobles, traitors, and even members of the royal family. It also served as an armory, protecting England's military strength. For centuries, priceless treasures of the British Crown were kept safely within these walls.
Yet for many people, the tower became the final place they would ever see.
Many prisoners entered through these gates with hope. But very few ever walked back out again. Some disappeared so completely that history itself could never explain what happened. Among all these mysteries, one story continues to haunt historians more than any other. It is the heartbreaking story of two young princes who vanished without a trace. Their disappearance shocked England and changed the course of history forever. Centuries have passed, yet no one knows exactly what happened inside the tower. The deeper we search for answers, the darker this mystery becomes. The two young princes were Edward V and his younger brother, Richard of Shrewsbury. Both were heirs to England's royal future. Everything changed after the sudden death of their father, King Edward IV, in the spring of 1483. England entered a dangerous period of uncertainty, where loyalty could change overnight and power meant everything. At only 12 years old, Prince Edward began his journey to London to be crowned the next King of England. Waiting for him was his uncle, Richard, Duke of Gloucester, a man who promised to protect the young king. At first, his intentions appeared honorable, but history would remember him very differently. Edward was brought to the Tower of London, where future kings traditionally stayed before their coronation. Soon after, his younger brother Richard joined him. The two princes were finally together again. From the windows of the tower, they watched the city that one day should have belonged to them. Days passed, then weeks. The princes were rarely seen by anyone outside the tower. Rumors quickly spread throughout London. People began asking the same question: why had the future king disappeared from public view? No official explanation was given. The silence only made the mystery grow even deeper. Then, one night, the two princes were seen for what many believe was the very last time. After that night, no one could say with certainty that they had ever seen the princes again. The palace servants whispered among themselves, but nobody dared ask questions openly. Only weeks later, Richard was crowned King of England, while the rightful young king had simply disappeared. Official records offered no clear explanation. The silence became more suspicious than any answer. Rumors spread rapidly across London. Some believed the princes were alive, others feared something far darker. Their rooms remained empty. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months. The tower itself seemed to guard its secret, refusing to reveal what had truly happened. Historians searched through countless records, yet every clue only created more questions. Some believed loyal servants knew the truth, but took their secrets to the grave.
As the years passed, the mystery only became more terrifying.
Every generation asked the same question. Who was responsible for the disappearance of the two young princes? From the very beginning, one name stood above all others: King Richard III. Many believed Richard had the strongest motive. As long as the princes lived, his claim to the throne remained uncertain. Some historians believe the order was given in complete secrecy, leaving almost no evidence behind. Yet no official document has ever been found proving Richard ordered the princes' deaths. Another suspect was Sir James Tyrrell, one of Richard's loyal followers. Years later, a confession was attributed to Tyrrell, but the original document has never been discovered. Without solid evidence, historians continue to debate whether that confession was genuine or simply political propaganda. Others believed the princes may have died from illness or another hidden tragedy inside the tower. If that were true, why was their fate never announced to the people of England? The silence surrounding their disappearance only made the mystery even more frightening. Then, nearly 2 centuries later, a shocking discovery changed everything. The remains of 2 children were discovered beneath a staircase, leading many to believe they had finally found the missing princes. But were those bones truly the lost princes? Or was this another mystery hiding an even darker truth?
Experts examined the remains, hoping modern science could finally reveal the truth hidden for centuries. But the technology available at the time was not advanced enough to identify who the children really were.
As the years passed, historians continued searching for answers, but the mystery refused to disappear. Some researchers still believe King Richard III was responsible for the prince's disappearance. Others argue that another powerful noble, or even a later king, may have been behind the crime. Without undeniable evidence, every theory remains only a possibility. Even today, many historians believe the final answer may still be hidden somewhere inside the tower. Perhaps the tower has protected its greatest secret for more than 500 years. Or perhaps the truth has already been lost forever.
The mystery of the princes in the tower remains one of Britain's greatest unsolved historical cases. Until new evidence is discovered, history can only offer questions, not answers.
What do you think really happened to the 2 young princes? Share your theory in the comments and subscribe